Disclaimer: everything I mention in this video is just speculation for entertainment purposes. Please don't take it seriously. Super Mario 64 is undoubtedly one of the most fascinating Mario games due to how eerie it tends to be. From exhibiting frightening enemies like the infamous piano and the giant red eel. However, the most unsettling aspect about the game has to do with the locations. There are a plethora of environments that just seem off. I could babble on for hours discussing the very uneasy nature of the game, but for the sake of time, I'll be discussing one of the strangest locations within Super Mario 64, the secret aquarium. The following will include a short clip of what I think happens to the victim. This is Jim. Jim here has moved out of his parents' home to start a new life. He decided to apply for a job at Peach's castle as one of the housekeepers. Unfortunately, on that fateful day, he noticed a faint glimmer in one of the dark square holes in the room and decided to investigate. Suddenly, he finds himself submerged in a gargantuan aquarium in the sky with no means of escape besides collecting 8 red coins in order to escape the strange and cruel container, and immediately drowned upon entering. His corpse is then devoured by the concealed man-eating eel. The ruthless secret aquarium discriminates against no one when it comes to luring victims to their untimely demise. This begs the question, who exactly built this giant box floating in the sky, and why is it in Peach's castle unbarricaded? I find it very disturbing that it is just casually residing in a room with a singular toad who is physically unable to warn others to avoid entering the room or else. You would think that something this dangerous should be boarded up or investigated, but I believe there are much more than meets the eye with our beloved princess. I have a couple of theories regarding the reason for the creation of this aquarium. Okay, this may sound a bit far-fetched, but bear with me here. Remember, this whole place takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom where floating buildings, magic, and blocks containing magical powerful items are the norm. Princess Peach has been shown numerous times to possess mystical abilities as shown in Bowser's Inside Story, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario RPG, and more. So it's not completely impossible that she concocted this giant aquarium from the ground up using her powers along with other magical characters. As you may or may not know, water torture chambers are methods of torture in which people utilize to extract valuable information from the victims or a cruel form of punishment. Princess Peach is part of a monarchy, and they have a bloody history of torturing their enemies when needed. I mean, she has a dank and murky dungeon in the basement of her castle, for crying out loud, in which she probably had her subjects build to capture Bowser's minions who attempted to kidnap her. Just like what happened to poor Jim. What if Peach is not the frilly feminine princess we have been accustomed to love for decades, and have been masquerading her true identity behind the castle walls? Maybe that explains why there are only 5 toads during the events of Super Mario 64, when it should be bustling with residents. Moving on to theory number 2. Okay, let's give Peach the benefit of the doubt and say that she is not responsible for the fish tank. After all, she probably didn't have the time or resources to pull off this impressive structure due to being kidnapped 24/7. I believe that the most realistic scenario for Bowser creating this is to breed more underwater based minions, such as Cheep Cheeps, Bloopers, Unagi, and etc., and condition them to target Mario and his friends. The aquarium could also be a training ground to test prototypes such as Torpedo Teds and Skewers to see how fast they can activate underwater. Bowser is a very innovative king who has created far more impressive structures ranging from castles to even galaxies, with the help of his minions and Magikoopas. It is with this reason that creating a mere aquarium should not pose any problems whatsoever. In conclusion, Super Mario 64 is one of my all-time favorite games because of the creepiness factor that feels both comforting and claustrophobic simultaneously. The level designs and power-ups are brilliant and truly revolutionized 3D platforming forever and set a very high standard for video games everywhere. The locations within the game do not make any sense, but that's why I love it. Thank you for watching. I plan on making more of these analysis videos based on other Nintendo games such as Super Mario 64, Paper Mario, Kirby, and etc. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you.